Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? What's up? What's up? This is the Reluctant Nobby back again. News and views on the news. All right. I did a video a little while back on this family, and I kept this particular video kind of on the back burner. Um, Basically because of school starting again and a bunch of other stuff, and gearing up for traveling and trying to um, help raise some money for the NGO because we finally were able to move the children, but at a major sacrifice because really across here in and in Brazil, not many people help, and we started to, and this I don't know. I started to look at kind of the world a little different. And when we talk about Afro people and people in general, and the reason why I did this because I was like, well, it's a good idea because I was like, if people will give to um, undeserving people because of they died in less than desirable circumstances. In many cases, a lot of Afro women got the money, went to Vegas and stuff, and it was because their child died at the hands of gangsters because that's who they were talking to, the gangsters. You know, remember the 9-year-old boy that was shot in the alley 9 times, assassinated because of who the woman decided to sleep with. And then the woman was, I had the video of the woman on a adult website. She wasn't even the one raising the child. The child was on his way back home to his grandma's house. You see what I'm saying? And then, so I saw that at great sacrifice, the children, the school moved. Selma was able to obtain something to actually get physical work on in school, but now there's everybody is working for nothing, pretty much, right? And then I look at the entitlement sector in the United States, and I look at how much the BAW do not care about the legacy of children, because it's all about their feelings. It's always been about their feelings since the Garden of Eden. All right, she went different, not better, just different. Like, good is boring. Even the Caucasian people, I'll listen to a video of somebody complaining about how Captain America is too boring for today's society because he stands for something. And they hate that about people that want to be just good people. We are in a country that hates good people. Understand this. And so then we look at one of the most popular things, speaking of H8, where you got the black woman. And remember, BAW, black African woman and black American woman. Any of them that come here, remember, I say a lot of people that come from other countries come here to sin. Because that's what this country is. That's what it was built on. The criminal, the unjust, all right, period. Right? Everybody else has rules of nature and stuff like that. This is the place that spreads no rules in the name of democracy, which is mob rules. Democracy is actually mob rules. This is why the founding fathers saw that this would be a problem and made the United States a republic. The United States is not a democracy. It is a republic. Period. Because mob rule is generally bad because people realize that most people, when they decide to be bad and get over on a few people, they'll do it. And so you got the biggest betrayer of the Afro men, which consists, they outnumber us, is the black woman. And she's been betraying the Afro man since the beginning of this country. Who was telling the slave masters about the escape plans, about the uprising, the rebellion? Yes, there was a name that was given to her for that. And then they'll take their evil deeds and make you think like she's doing some good and altruistic thing. And her partner in crime has always been the Caucasian man. All right. Now, not all Caucasian men. All right. But the BAWs, the people we refer to BAWs, this is the majority of the black female population that has been betraying the Afro man. And we don't care if they come from Africa or not. First thing they holler coming from Africa is they're feminists. That the men gets no credit for anything. I kept telling you, if they are dark and coming to us, they're coming to us with poison. It's seemingly. But you can only judge them by their actions on and Facebook and all the stuff they're putting out there. And all the vitriolic stuff they're putting out there. See, everybody's attracted to the dark woman. But the dark woman, when she says nobody likes us, what she means is nobody white likes us. Period. And this is the case in point. This is the woman that's been lying to herself and us for a while. All right, so we get into the Mcclure deception that's painted by the BAW. You know how these swirlers, they're full of white lies. And this is a main one where, you know, these black women will lie on the Caucasian man too. They're manipulative. We call it witchcraft. All right. Now, some of you might be familiar with this YouTube family. All right, but just in case you aren't, a couple of bombshells were released as a result of their fame and things that was happening. All right. So this woman been giving it up to anything with any Caucasian with a D, right? She had twins and she had another one. And she's been in relationships with racists. Things turned out sour. And I'll have look in the description box, and I'll have the link to this story. Things turned out sour for the famous YouTube family last week. Right? After several racist, derogatory tweets about black women penned by patriarch Justin Mcclure. Now, I'm not sure if we could call what he thinks about black women as racist. He probably figured out how really wicked his wife was and how really wicked the women she hung out was. All right, behind closed doors, what they weren't putting on YouTube, and felt some kind of way around it and openly was honest about the way he felt about it. And because he's a Caucasian man, criticizing the situation he has with his wife, then people say, well, he's being racist. And I'm not really sure that's true. Because if somebody is treating you evil and wickedly, you get to say honestly what that treatment is. But now you're running into why Serena's husband don't say anything. What was that lady? The one that really H8 Afro men, even though her first daughter was by one who wanted to marry her, but she kicked him to the curb for a Caucasian man, and then probably made that Caucasian man's life a living hell, along with the family that she tried to have with him, because she got kerosene. All right, they trying to make this popular, and it's really hell for not only for the black woman but for the black man. I mean, for the white man, right? All right, so Mcclure, an ex-comedian, so he's a comedian also, apologized for the offensive remarks during an emotional sit-down with his Nigerian wife. And why did he have to apologize for telling the truth? Because, yes, it's a black woman. All right, and make no qualms about it. This is the Americanized version of the black woman, no matter if she's the black woman in Nigeria or in the United States. I kept telling y'all that these women do not like Afro men. They don't even like their own Afro men. And at any opportunity, they could get fame. Remember, it's all about greed, vanity, lust. And they're not lusting after something good. I keep telling you, wickedness. And so, Amid Dunn Mcclure, right? So, the video meeting raised questions to whether the twins born when Justin wrote the tweets, leading to Amid Dunn to reveal that Justin was not the biological father in a separate video. Now, let me watch this now. The mother of three explained she was married to a man I knew I should not have married and described their relationship as toxic and abusive. Okay, so basically, so she went and gave it up to an abusive man, had children from him. Then a racist man had children from him, quote unquote, alleged. All right. And I'm saying like this. I'm saying every man is having their breaking point, and the Caucasian man has his sooner. It's the only one that keeps holding out hope that the black woman would get right is the Afro man. But it's not going to happen. We got to understand that the commandment says they're wicked and we are supposed to leave them alone. In Deuteronomy 9th chapter, in Ezra, the 7th chapter, when you look at all the groups of nations that the Most High said we was to leave alone, all right, these nations are all black, for those that want to use the term black. Hold on. They engage with in worshiping other gods. This is why. So the Most High said why? They engage in worshiping other gods. You see what I'm saying? And witchcraft. Now, finding I was pregnant with the girls is what gave me the courage to get out of that relationship, because I knew I could bring the children. I couldn't bring the children into a toxic and abusive environment. Now she's lying. All right? Now she's lying. That's what she wants you to believe. But this woman is lying. She said the twins' fair weather father did nothing to support her and wasn't present. Now, this is the wickedness of the black woman. Now, she forgot that she's a star on social media. All right? So somebody is going to know her and her exes. All right? Now, in the beginning, you see that you saw another Caucasian man with his hands all over her. All right? So, wait a minute. So, what really happened? Her ex. All right? So, Jeff Petska spoke up. And how did he find out about her? A fan of the Mcclures reportedly emailed him and filled him in on their ongoing drama. So he didn't even know anything. Wait a minute. Look how much he didn't know. According to the leaked message, Pesca had no idea all this was going on, and that Ami and their twins were YouTube famous. All right. Now, here's a quote from Pesca. Wow, I never knew about this. Pesca wrote the anonymous sender, who asked if he was indeed the twins' biological dad. All right. Pesca then said she, Ami, disappeared in 2015. So she disappeared. She lied to the courts when our divorce was final, blocked all communication, and moved from where I knew they were. All right. This is typical of the average black woman. All right. And why did she move and block everything? So that she could go and 304 herself around while she had children. All right. Make another man responsible, financially responsible. All right. All right. Now she got a little bit of fame. Wait a minute. And she got it all on the back of lying wickedness. This is called witchcraft. This is what the scriptures call evil. This is why the scripture says we do not tarry with women like this. All right. Threaten to call the police and make up whatever to get you arrested. Oh, wow. Remember the video I put up of the African woman on the phone with 911 trying to get her husband arrested, but her husband was filming the whole thing. And while he was filming, she was actually still saying that she was being beaten. Remember that? And the husband just sit back there laughing. And fortunately, he was able to put the thing on Facebook. Get you arrested, so I left it alone. I never knew about this other individual, Justin, parading around as my children's father. Woo! The children were born via in vitro fertilization, and he was there for her C-section, contrary to his wife's claim. This woman lied all the way around, used the lie to become famous on YouTube. The people were eating this up. They ended up in a magazine. Now, let me tell you how wicked this woman is. Remember, I pointed this out in my other video. You see her in her quote-unquote ethnic regalia, right? And this made the cover of magazines and news, and people was like, oh, wow, they're so cute in their ethnic regalia. And I pointed out that this is all a lie. The black women are the only women that went to outright reject their ethnicity, get with a guy who has nothing to do with the ethnic culture, and then try to bring and say, I'm going to teach my children about their ethnicity. And how is that message going to work when you outright rejected it by the man you chose? Remember, because you belong to the man. The man doesn't belong to you. But the African woman is the Afro-American, the African women are the only ones that think differently. Once they get to America. So you can't play that crap in Africa. You can't play that crap in Africa. Because they know their history in Africa. They know the history of Caucasian people in Africa. All right? But this is the game that these women try to play in America. America. All right, and so I don't know what LSA is, but this is some of the stuff that if you go and look back, they have more of these messages. When you go click on the link, you can see more of these messages. This is just a sample, right? Can we speak on the phone? Yes, I have divorce papers for June 15th, as well as documents showing she submitted documents with false income. She lied under oath. The girls were born July 13, 2013 via scheduled C-section. I was there. Even have a video of us in the delivery room. Told you can't trust these black women. She filed in Essex County, January 2014, which is most likely the time when this douchebag came around. She wouldn't have filed for divorce without him being the orchestrator. And I've been the boyfriend, girlfriend, and I've had a boyfriend, girlfriend, and had lived together since June. Okay. Oh no, he said me and I have been boyfriend, girlfriend, and lived together since June. He goes on to give the details of the beginnings of their relationship. All right, understand the wickedness of this woman. All right, and this woman needs to gets to teach this wickedness to more girls so that they can do it to more men as they grow up. So when are the simps going to start calling this mess out too? We know the black woman is not going to call this out. It's because no matter how wicked the deed is, they will rally behind this woman and say, but she's a black woman. You can't say nothing about no black. Oh, heel to the knob. We calling this, some of us are calling this mess out because we're not standing for this kind of wickedness. Remember, they painted this, oh, wow, this is so beautiful, this, that, and the other, and didn't know all the wickedness this black woman orchestrated behind all this. They faked out a bunch of people on YouTube. They faked out a bunch of people in the media. They faked out a bunch of people totally. And who's going to suffer more because of this? The girls. Now, they might not suffer financially because they're going to have fame and fortune and stuff like that. But the any kind of community that gets involved with or gets anything from any woman that's able to teach this kind of crap is in trouble. And this is why I think that these women should keep hitting that wall. We should leave them alone. Lead them to their Caucasian daddy. Leave them to the simps and thugs. But the good Afro men, not only should we continue to call this out and let them know that we know the wickedness and the witchcraft that they're spewing and who they are and who they belong to, and let them know that they do not belong to quote unquote God. They belong to the wicked one. We need to let them know because their actions say it. Their words say something else, but their actions say differently. We need to start calling this out. So let's not forget to get them thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the bell. When you click the bell, click all. To donate, my PayPal me link will be in the description box. Y'all know that we got a lot of events coming up for the you know what I do. If you want to know before you donate, just click Reluctant Nobby, click Favela, Fabela, or click Brazil, and you'll see all the stuff that this channel has been doing. All right, with that said, I'm out.